Okay, so I took a block of chocolate almond bark, broke it up in pieces, the big one, because it's easier.
Right.
Melted it, took about 3 minutes. You want it creamy. Then I'm going to add peppermint.
You chopped it up with the hammer and broke it all down.
I just took all these little pieces, broke them up with a hammer. And I'm just adding my own quantity. You can add as much peppermint as you want, depending on how minty you want it. And with the chocolate, you might not want too much peppermint, but it's to your own taste.
Does this have to be coated or anything?
Nope.
Okay.
You just take a cookie sheet, plain cookie sheet. You don't put anything on it.
No parchment paper
Nothing.
or anything? Whoa, I love that.
It'll just crack. And then what you do is you mix, once your chocolate's melted to where it's really creamy, you add the peppermint in it, and then you just pour it. You just pour it across your cookie sheet. And you just put it on there, and you try to make it as level and even as you can. Doesn't really matter. I mean, you just want it to where you can break it. Then what you do is you just smooth it out as much as you can. You just try to be quick because it sets fast, depending on your temperature. You don't want it too warm. And then you can either, once you set this out and get it all as even as you want it, or just however it works out. This is just one thing that you buy. Walmart's the cheapest place to buy the chocolate bark or the almond bark. I do it with almond bark as well, and the almond bark is good. And that's the one people are used to. This is just something different instead of always having the same treat that everybody else makes. And then, it doesn't matter if it's uneven, because you're just going to crack it after it's done. So we're going to set it...
Just going to have random sizes of cracks and flat pieces.
So we're just going to set it outside.
Kind of like brittle.
Yep. What I do is I just shake it. See how it just kind of evens out? Then I'm going to set it outside for about, depending on how cold it is, 20 or 30 minutes. And then I'll bring it in and I'll break it. It'll just crack on the cookie sheet. You just bend it and it'll crack all over, and then it comes out in pieces.
That's amazing.
Easy.
See? That's another thing that you can do during this pandemic. Learning to make new things that you've never tried before, and taking advantage of the opportunities and the time that we have to explore things. Thanks for coming to my kitchen. I hope you had a great time, and we'll talk to you later.
Takes less than 5 minutes.